Hey, what's up? This is Fizzy Soda, and this is my first nuclear. So what I am running is the MSMC with suppressor and fast mags, and my perks are Ghost, Hardline, Toughness, Scavenger, and Dexterity, and I'm rocking out some non-lethals. So in this game, I'm actually playing with a couple of friends, and I think it was a full team, but it seems like there's a random on my team at the moment. So what happened was a few weeks ago, I was on spring break, and I really wanted to get the nuclear because I hadn't got it. So I ended up going try hard one night, and I did not get it. So the next morning, I jumped on, and a couple of friends were on, so we got into a lobby, and we were waiting on some more people to join. So we were all like talking and chilling, and then I was like, hey, can you guys all run some non-lethals? You know, UAV, counter UAV, orbital VSAT. I'm going to try and go for the nuclear. So they all put on some non-lethals, and I rocked out some too. I'm running the UAV, counter UAV, and VSAT. And I'm pretty sure everyone's running that. I don't think anyone was running the EMP during this game. So we pretty much had a constant UAV, counter UAV, and VSAT up. So we pretty much had an advantage the whole time, and the enemies weren't the best. They were pretty stupid. Most of them were either bad snipers, and they couldn't hit anything, even though sniping this game is actually really easy, or they were running around with a stinger trying to kill us or shoot down our UAVs and counter UAVs. So the enemies weren't really that good, but that worked out for me, and I ended up going 44-1 at the end of this game, and so not too bad for a 6v6 Dom, and I get on a 33 kill streak to start off, and then I go a little bit reckless, and I die from someone using a M1216 silencer, I think, and he gets me in a building close quarters, so I ended up dying. And then I start on an 11 kill streak at the end of the game. So if the game would have been a little bit longer, I might have got another nuclear. You never know. But it was pretty fun. And what I can say is playing with a full team is good. You know, when you're all running lethals and stuff, it's fun. And just messing around or going try hard, it's really fun. But if you want to do good and you want to maybe get your nuclear if you haven't got it, but you want to, I would definitely recommend playing with some friends and rocking out some non-lethals. It definitely helps, because you can have a constant UAV, counter UAV, and VSAT up practically, and that helps out a lot, especially with just everyone just getting them, and constantly the enemies will be stupid and they'll try and shoot them down, so they'll be distracted, so they'll be pretty much like free kills, like you're playing combat training against recruit bots. In this game, you'll notice that my aim is really good at times and really bad at times, and that's just me just getting nervous. You know, I'm like almost right there. It's kind of like my first Moab. You know, your hands get sweaty, you're right there, you're about to get it. My aim's a little bit bad at parts, and you might notice that, you might not. But also, there's a few times I didn't realize this until I went back and watched this. I actually almost died so many times in this game where my screen just gets really red. And I think it's just because the enemies either suck or teammates help me. And this gameplay is kind of long, so I cut it down a little bit for you guys. I definitely recommend running Ghost if you're going to be going for your nuclear, and Hardline if you're going to be running your non-lethals, so you can get your kill streaks faster. You can be up in their spawn. Even if they get UAV, they can't see you. So that's why I run that. And then Toughness, so even if I do get hit, I don't really flinch that much, so I can keep on target better. And then Scavenger, you know, you got to get that ammo. And then Dexterity, I like it. I know a lot of other YouTubers and players, they don't really use Dexterity, but I think it helps out a lot. Every time I take it off and put on Tactical Mask or Engineer, it seems like someone catches me off guard because I'm running, so I like to run Dexterity, and sometimes I'll put on Extreme Conditioning as well. But I definitely rock out those perks just because they help a lot and they all work really good together. Also, MSMC, I think this was right after they patched it and made it worse, so that's probably why it has more recoil, but I still got the nuclear even though they patched it, but I ended up doing pretty well, and I pick up the nuclear in the second round, and the suppressor on the gun really helps out. If you don't want to run a suppressor, you know, run quick draw or maybe extended mags instead of the fast mags, and you can just run around without that, because even if you don't have that, you'll have your teammates popping out them counter UAVs, and the enemies won't know where you're at, even if you don't have the silencer. So, but I like running the suppressor and the fast mags just so I can spray them down, not be seen on the radar, and then also reload really fast. And I know a lot of people like to run extended mags. I like to run extended mags on certain guns, but this one, it feels like it reloads super slow without fast mags. So that's my class setup. That's what I like to run. Sometimes I'll switch it out, you know, run like lightweight, hardline, toughness, scavenger, maybe throw on like extreme conditioning or something like that if I'm doing a Russian class. But this one, I really didn't need Ghost in this one just because they didn't get any kill streaks, I don't think. But definitely try, if you want to get your first nuclear, or maybe you don't even have a brutal or a reckless, you know, the 20, 25, 30s. So definitely try try and play with some friends and run some non-lethals and just cut back on the lethals, because lethals are good. They'll get you more kills and stuff, but non-lethals are way more helpful just because they're going to show you where the enemy is. They're going to keep the enemy from seeing you, and also their VSAT is just super good, and it is just like the Blackbird from Black Ops 1, and it is amazing. I love it. Probably my favorite kill streak in the game, score streak, whatever. But I would recommend playing with friends, definitely, and if you all run non-lethals, you're going to win every game practically, unless the other team is just amazing, but you're going to be able to win most of your games, and you're going to be able to do pretty good. I had a blast playing this, and I didn't do too well after this, but I really like standoff. I know how to control the spawns a little bit over by C, in between the gas station and the hay. Over by CDOM, you can just run back and forth there and pick them off the spawn, and behind there it's all dark and stuff. Just hit fire and back in there. But this was also my first game of the day, and so my friend, right after I got the nuclear, I was like, hey guys, I got it. And one of my friends was like, holy crap, dude, that's insane. Your first game of the day, your first game on, you just whip out the nuclear, and you hadn't got it earlier. It was pretty awesome, and I definitely recommend trying out my class and also rocking out some friends playing with you, because they help out a lot. And thanks for watching, guys. I will have some more videos soon talking about new videos that I'm going to come out with and some new series maybe. It'll be like an update video, but thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later.
Oh wow, I just found a fucking sick shot.
Friendly care pack.
Oh no, that is good.